Hey, what's up, YouTube? I want to talk about the top 5 reasons why it doesn't feel like Christmas this year. Reason number 1, it's just plastic shit we keep buying. It's just plastic shit. And nobody remembers what we got last year. I'm guilty of it. You're guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. Even this year, my wife's like, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, oh, plastic shit. And in my head, I really don't even want anything. You know, we haven't achieved the goals. I mean, I haven't achieved the goals I've set out. We're still kind of running in place. And so that's reason number 1, plastic shit. It's just plastic shit. Reason number 2, at least for me, we've been good about investing our money that we make and not buying the plastic shit. Although I do buy a lot of plastic shit, and if you look around my channel, I buy plastic shit. That's my one vice. I don't smoke weed anymore. I haven't drank alcohol in years, and all that. But anyway, so our investments are some are doing so well, but they're in our never touch category. They're the ones that's just there and we pretend it's not there. But since my other investments aren't doing the best, I have some that have gone way down. And the rule is, right? Like, you haven't lost it until you sold it. But I'm like, oh shit. So there's that, I've had a lot of time off of work because it's slow, and I kind of gaslight myself into saying like that's my vacation, and I still try to fill my time up painting and all that. So yeah, that's reason number 2. Investments are down. Reason number 3, seems like everybody else is broke too, man. There's the haves, and there used to be the have-littles, and then the have-nots. And it's really gone from the haves to the have-nots. We have friends that we're grateful for them. They invite us to go to places, and our kids are friends, so they invite us out to these, what we consider extravagant birthday parties, where we're like, dude, you could have bought a used car with what you spent here. And we're grateful for the experience. I'm like, holy anyway. But then most everybody else I know, I have real close friends, and everybody's like starting over, or they're in the process like, well, what do I start now? I'm mulling over in my head, do I get a side gig? But busy season's around the corner, so just sit back and enjoy your time. But like, as a man that's here to provide, and I want to move forward with stuff. Like, from reason number 2, our investments was supposed to mature, and we should have been in the profits by now, where we could have transferred into something else, and then maybe even had been able to take a vacation and go see my wife's family. And I guess that leads me into number 3. Am I on number 3? I did 1 and 2. This is number 3, or I did number 3 already? Alright, we'll say number 3. I'll throw in a bonus one, whatever. Number 3 reason it doesn't feel like Christmas is because we feel a little trapped. I mean, I don't know if we do. I'm speaking for my wife, but I can assume. I want to go visit. She's from Germany, and I would like to go visit Germany and take my kid and do the whole snow thing. And the airport isn't my favorite. The flight, I hate flying, but I haven't been back to see them in going on 5 years. She hasn't been back to see them, and you know how fast time goes. And that's kind of like looming over my head too. It's like, man, when can we, take off to go and fly? But again, to take off, the 3 of us to go and fly, I gotta take off of work, which means I'm not making any money. And then the flights and all that, and then you come back in 10 days and it costs $10,000 to go play in the snow, which if you have it, do it. I'm not judging anybody. Before I had my kid, I was like, babe, whatever you want, let's spend it. So that's reason number 3 is that we can't really go back and see my wife's family. Reason number 4 that it doesn't feel like Christmas is because so many stores have closed. I don't know. I guess this year I'm kind of into, collecting Transformers with my son. Maybe it's just me. I like to say my son because it saves me a little embarrassment from being a grown man collecting toys. But Toys R Us is gone. We went to the mall the other day to get my wife some shoes because she's applying to get a new job, which she seems to have gotten, which is cool, but it's like to get a job. But you walk around the mall and so many stores are closed and just people are bummed out. The people that are shopping are kind of in an okay mood, but I feel like where were we? At the Macy's, and we usually go in through the Macy's at the mall that we like to go to. And usually in the Macy's, their toy section was bigger. And we walk in, and for this holiday season, they downsized the toy department. And, since we have our kid, we usually, whatever we're looking for in the mall, we always stop there first to see if we can spoil our kid with anything new. And this was kind of like the first time that there wasn't anything. We're looking for a telescope for him this year. But everything else was like, not only was it crap, like straight up crap, it's so overpriced. We did find some action figures from this thing, and by the looks of it, it should have been $5-6, and they wanted $10 for this thing. And I was like, no way, like 4 of those, it's almost $50. So for me, reason number 4 is like there's no real toy stores. There's nothing jolly. We live in South Florida, and it's beautiful sun out. We're going mountain biking today, so I'm grateful for that. But there's no holiday spirit. So on to reason number 5, why it doesn't feel like Christmas. It's kind of, at least for me, I don't know, man. I look up, and I know this might seem crazy to some people, but you look around and there's these chemtrails or contrails, whatever you want to call them. There's these lines going through the sky. The food is not healthy for you. It is if you buy it for yourself. And food prices are crazy. The last week we've had Chipotle. Yesterday we ordered pizza. I did cook steaks and I made rice at home, and we really try to eat at home. But eating at home sometimes costs more than going out and just getting food somewhere that somebody else cooked. But then there's always that voice in the back of my head, man, these ingredients ain't it. And I try to work out every day. We've been eating candy because my kid's grandmother sent them candy from Germany, and so I've been eating that and stuff. Super hard for me to lose weight because everybody else can stay thin, so everybody else eats trash, so there's always trash in the house. And yeah, I don't have the willpower to say no. When it's like after 9 p.m. and everybody goes to sleep, I'm just like, what can I eat? So that's reason number 5 for me. It seems like everything, I'm too aware of everything to get wrapped up in this bullshit consumerism holiday. That was one thing that I really liked about living in Germany, was that they did celebrate these holidays, but they didn't celebrate all the other bullshit holidays that we celebrate here every freaking month, and then you do the math and you spent $2,000 in school holidays and buying school shit that you'll never use again. And then Christmas rolls around. It's like, when are you supposed to save money, and then I'm supposed to feel freaking jolly about all of this when my wife's bummed out because we can't travel to see home. And it's like, dude, when's enough? So this year, I'm not feeling it. I mean, are you feeling it? Does it feel like Christmas to you guys? Or is everybody just stretched out as far as they can go? If you're feeling the holiday spirit, I don't want to bum you out. I'm all for it. When I met my wife and we were living in Nuremberg in Germany, and we would go to the Christmas market, dude, that shit was amazing. You'd have the Glühwein and all the roasted nuts and stuff. But then here in Florida, you can't even tell it's Christmas, you know? And I imagine the rest of the country, even though there's snow and there's cold weather and the seasons are changing, your pockets are empty, or you don't know if you're keeping your job. And I guess this is a bummer rant, so sorry guys, but those are my top reasons why it doesn't feel like Christmas this year. Leave your comments below. What do you think? Are you having a blast this year? Am I just in my head? Should I start smoking weed again? I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Happy holidays.